Welcome back to Stuck Inside Gaming's playthrough of Black Legend. In the last episode, we trained up even more skills and had to put down the good friend of Johan, the great Grenpierce. But there is no time yet to mourn, for we still have more work to do, especially here. We have one side quest to do here. Take down the cultists at the St. Nicholas Church graveyard in the church district to use the potion. Oh, I thought we were supposed to be here. Pierce gave us some pretty good gear too. But before I go dealing with that, I do want to check around for any more boxes that may or may not be lying around. Any undead want to talk? Andre Vesalius, 1611. Ian Pirazun Cohen, 1570. I apologize if I'm not reading these names correctly. I'm barely even able to see them. But it is cool that they actually put the names on the gravestones, rather than just had gravestones. Okay, we have a dug-up grave here. This will not stand! Away from the corpse, dogs! Desecrate it no more! Fall! Octavia, don't walk on the deceased. She is freshly deceased. Don't do that. That's very We just don't do that. It's actually really nice of the executability to give you back your action points if you down an enemy with it. If you had a high enough strength, I don't know that it would go quite like that, but if you had a high enough strength, a good enough movement speed, and a bunch of enemies that are so low tier and all grouped enough together, you could probably kill the entire group with just that ability. Anyway, off to the St. Nicholas graveyard in the church. Ooh, lantern shield.
Ah, more disturbers of the graves. Even the dead cannot find peace in these streets. The soul departs, yet the body still has purpose in the hands of the Mephistians.
'Tis a shame that...
Even their own are never laid to rest. They're taken away for what I could assume to be the most unholy of acts.
I recently saw a woman just as
Do
such.
not lend yourself to such atrocities, stranger.
Certainly not! I take offense to that insinuation. Commanding assault performance. Use elegant strikes powered by the results of your presence on the battlefield. Damage target performing attack for every active buff you placed on allies up to a max of 5. Huh. That could be useful. Okay. Nicholas Church Graveyard. Looks like I'm gonna have to go through these guys. Well, maybe not. Nah. To the north, the church. North. There we are. You there!
No longer do I hear the menace that prowled these streets. My. It's been so long since I dared leave my church. Tell me, was it you who vanquished this evil?
No, it was me who laid it to rest.
I am Father Auger Gillin, caretaker of this very church, for as long as I can remember.
A pleasure, Father.
I'm not much of a fighter, but I'd like to repay you brave souls for making the city a safer place.
Repayment unnecessary.
I cultivate various plants in my spare time. Haven't lost that green touch over the years. Food is scarce these days, with the cult hoarding everything. Trying to recruit new members.
Those vile fiends!
I can cultivate a plant that can be grown in the city without the Mephistians knowing of its properties. I'm thinking about a tulip with edible petals. These flowers always represented better days for me, and I'd like to share that hope with the other citizens.
'Tis a valiant goal.
I have managed to cultivate some of them, but they need to be alchemically crossbred with something persistent that can grow almost anywhere. There's a plant called towering moss, commonly found in areas with high humidity like rivers or the ocean.
I see.
The spores have a tendency to stick to the harbor towers. If you find some clumps of this stuff, and bring it to me, I can start the crossbreeding process. Best you check the harbor district. One shouldn't cross the bridge if they can avoid it after all.
Nonsense! I've already taken care of it! Tulip mania. Ooh. Ah, these cultists. Greetings, gents! I believe you have some information that I want.
Ah, fresh blood for Mephisto's will. The road to my ascension among the high intellectuals will be paved with their essence. Oh, how she has blessed me this day.
Oh, cursed you mean? For now you face me! McGillis! Ha 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 ha! Quite the curse on you indeed! Ha ha! Was that supposed to hurt? Please! Ha ha! You pour the liquid down the throat of the cultist who stand at death's door. He utters his final reply to your question. Who is it? Who is the cultist we seek?
Antoinette Barrington. High intellectual. Completed. Philosopher's Stone. Graveyard.
Now, gents, we head back to the Merchants Guild so that we may find our common friend who seeks this cultist, and we may put an end to their reign and gain an excellent ally. I have returned once again. First, I must speak with you, Johan.
The wounds and solemn expressions say enough. My friend's memory has been preserved. No time for sentimental mourning. Only action. With central parts of the city being safer now, we can inform the civilians about our escape plan.
Escape?
I will send my scouts to cover the nearby districts. Most are still weary of the central districts, despite your efforts. It would be best if you personally went to inform the people there.
I shall inform them we shall cleanse this
Tell them
city.
to make way to the Merchants Guild when the fog dissipates. Once everyone is gathered, we will move into a large group to the harbor with your team at the front. The ship will be waiting ready to take everyone out.
Nay, we shall cleanse this city. Nay, we must.
Well, did our cultist birds sing?
At death's
Excellent.
door.
If you're looking for Stella again, she's in the city center. I reckon she's still looking for that black and gold Mephistian.
Same as I.
Send her my regards when you find her, will you? Now, if you'll excuse me, Johan had some work. Best of luck.
Much thank you, sir. Back again to the city centre! Wait. I should take a stop in the harbour district for the father. It shan't be but quick trip, and how did I miss this box? It may only have a vitriol in it, but how did I miss it? It was right there! You attempt to pick a good clump of moss from the wall, but a mysterious force prevents you from taking it.
The plant you seek to take is the property of those who walk the white. Stand down now or forever be cursed.
But I work for them!
If you wish to take what belongs to us, a trade is in order. We shall grant you this plant in exchange for a poppy of gold. A plant for a plant. A trade most worthy of this city.
Oh, for Pete's sake! I guess we gotta go see the father anyway. Aha! I have
We
found
meet
you!
again. My sword arm is as swift as ever, if not more so since our last meeting, so I don't need your protection if that's what you're here for.
Nonsense! I have seen your skills myself.
You have information about my mother's killer. Where is she?
Here is a note.
The graveyard. How fitting. I'm going to bury her once and for all.
Not without assistance.
I need to visit my mother's grave, then I'll be ready to face her. Thanks for your help. I'll be fine. Besides, don't you have your own mission to attend to? Goodbye.
Nonsense! We fight together! I guess I will see you there. Forgive me, father, but I come back bearing ill news.
Did you find the moss?
Yes.
Haunted by a woman in white. Ah, I've heard of these in ancient tales. Said to be spirits of herbalists or widows of unfaithful husbands.
Indeed.
Regardless, they're consistently described to own a possessive nature. She requested a golden poppy.
Indeed.
These don't grow naturally, I'm afraid. Young women gave their soldier partner a red poppy as a parting gift, a token of farewell. These women knew that most of them wouldn't return alive. Can't imagine how that must have felt. Some of them did, however, and the sheer luck of doing so merged with the petals. Those that returned home and kept the flowers found them preserved in strange, golden colors.
That is quite bizarre.
These we call golden poppies. A bodily catalyst of gold is said by many to represent one's luck. Every bullet that flies by, every cannon shot that lands just out of range, it taxes a soldier's luck so much, it practically seeps out of the body and into the flower.
That is ridiculous!
Take this red poppy and carry it in battle, then force the luck out of some of that dreadful cultist scum. You'll see it turn golden over time. What is bodily alchemy, after all, but the deconstruction of the very essence of our physical being?
I thought you said you were a father of the church! What is this alchemical non-church worshipping bullshit? Damn it, where is she gone? Ah! We fight her together! Ha ha!
Foolish girl! I have ascended through the ultimate trial. My eyes have been opened to truths beyond your comprehension. Mephisto's will shall be done! I am his instrument!
Is Mephisto a man or a woman?
Your mother's life was quite useful. My philosopher's stone was perfection itself. I can do it again. Lay down your life for me and end this futile struggle. Become my stone and we shall enjoy life eternal. Together, with your mother as one, we shall witness his return.
Nonsense!
Enough of your nonsense.
I just said
You
that.
took a life just to extend your own. You don't deserve it in the first place. Draw your weapon, Mephistian filth.
Stay back, she is mine! Ha ha ha! Forgive me, Stella, but I shall avenge your mother. Ha!
It's done. I feel so strange. I have my revenge, but the cult is still at large. People are still suffering. Your
No!
help was invaluable. She was a formidable opponent, one I couldn't have defeated on my own. If it's all right with you, I wish to return the favor, both to you and to the people of this city, by fighting the cult in its entirety.
Welcome aboard!
Your help was invaluable. She was a formidable opponent, one I couldn't...
Yes.
My blade is yours. Let's work together and save this city from the clutches of the cult.
Certainly I will take those blades willingly. All she had was a stupid vitriol. What disappointment! Okay. So now she can learn the commander shouts, and then I'll have her learn the guard protection shouts, so she can be primarily support. I think that's all the time I've got for this episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I know this is a little bit of a shorter episode, but for the moment, I don't want to do too terribly much in the way of the story, because I still got a lot of abilities to level up. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hoping you're liking the video game and the commentary. Feel free to leave a like and a comment, maybe subscribe. And as always, if we're stuck inside, we might as well game. I'll see you next time.